So, Priyanka, when you look at what's going on with the kinds of companies that you typically do consulting for in Singapore and throughout the region, and when you hear about other similar companies throughout Asia, Pacific, throughout the whole globe, like, and you think about cloud and you think about infrastructure and migrations and modernizations, what are the biggest struggles? What are the biggest challenges that you see some companies going through?
Good question, Joshua. So, based on my experience and the uh, engagement that I have with my clients, um, migrating from their legacy environment to a cloud environment, and these are all huge transformation projects, and these transformation projects are comes with a lot of challenges. So I'll state some of the challenges that I have seen with our clients. um, Many assume that the migration to the cloud is very straightforward, and they underestimate the complexity involved, particularly in large scale environment which with legacy system. So this is because they poorly plan the migration. There is unexpected cost, there is operational disruption is there, and all this creates a issue in the timeline, issue in the cost, issue in security, issue in the business as usual. So the underestimating the complexity of the migration is one of the biggest challenge I have seen without a very experienced partner, if you do it without an experienced partner. um, the other area I have seen is the not the alignment. There is no alignment between the IT strategy and their business goals. So the focus is very narrow on the technical aspect, and it's very narrow, and it is only on the technical aspects, neglecting to align these efforts with broader business objective. So this misalignment results in IT projects that do not deliver tangible business value, leading to wasted resources and missed opportunity for innovation, growth, and the objective with which they were doing the transformation. One other important aspect is the change management system. So, inadequately managing the human aspects of digital transformation is the biggest mistake I have seen that the industry does. So, that leads to um, employees not adapting to the new changes, which delays any projects. Um, Another area is the security and compliance consideration are sometimes treated as afterthought, which increases the risk of data breaches, regulatory penalties, and reputational, damages. Um, One another important area is the single vendor or single technology lock-in. So if you see the example of Broadcom, once when Broadcom bought over VMware, there was a huge impact on the market. So people wanted to move out of VMware and move into new technology, but their entire IT landscape was on one technology, which was VMware. Now, moving out of VMware and moving to a new technology is actually impacting their business, impacting the cost, and the migration is becoming very, very complex. So sticking to one technology or a single vendor is no, when you are either moving from old legacy to the new, or staying in the new. You need to see that your environment is multi vendor and multi technology. um, Skill development is another area, because the pace of technology changes requires continuous, as I have been saying constantly, it is a continuous learning process, but organizations fail to invest adequately in skills development for their team. So there's a big skill gap that we see in the industry. And last but not the least is engaging the key stakeholders. in when we are doing the transformation projects. So poor communication and engagement with key stakeholders leads to the lack of buy-in and misaligned expectation, that creates a lot of delays, lot of overheads in any transformation project, Joshua. So these are some of the, few of the key areas I have seen that, the challenges that the industry or the enterprises face when they go through the transformation.
So what's fascinating about all that is it seems that a lot more of the challenges are business related rather than just technical related. It actually seems like some of the technical concerns are not quite as overwhelming as dealing with the people, the personnel, the change issues, the vendor lock-in issues, budgeting timelines, change management.
True.
Really, really
That
interesting.
is actually true.
Just to